but associate with the humble. Do not be wise in your own opinion. Repay no one evil for evil. Have regard for good things in the sight of all men. And if it is possible, as much as depends on you, live peaceably with all. Beloved, do not avenge yourselves, but rather give place to wrath. For it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, says the Lord. Therefore, if your enemy is hungry, feed him. If he's thirsty, give him a drink. For in doing so, you will heap coals of fire on his head. Do not be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good. So here we see a very encouraging sort of segment of Romans chapter 12. First thing he says is, be of the same mind toward one another. Set your mind on things. Don't associate your mind with high things, but associate with humble things. I think one of the things that we fail to realize, when the Bible tells us to become one with Jesus and become one with each other, what we're doing is we're laying down our own selfish ambitions and outlooks on life. We're becoming one because we're thinking like Jesus. We're becoming one because we're acting like Jesus, speaking like Jesus. So in this regard, he says, repay no one evil for evil. So when you look at love, we absorb like a sponge. We don't retaliate. When somebody hits us with something that's wrong or evil or hurtful or bad, we don't respond in like kind. We don't go out and say an eye for an eye. That's not the Bible. The Bible today in the New Testament is if you slap me on one cheek, I'm to not retaliate, I'm to turn the other. I'm to be passive. I'm to absorb it. It's to stop with me. It's not to continue on. And so revenge doesn't belong to us. If you look at Paul's life, Paul was a killer of Christians. He widowed women because he had their husbands killed or imprisoned, and women were very vulnerable back then. But Paul found Jesus, and so people had to forgive him for what he did. People had to forgive him as he taught them. And so we need to understand in the big picture, we're to love our enemies. That doesn't mean with just lip service. That means with action. We need to love our enemies. If our enemy hungers, we need to feed him. If he thirsts, we need to give him a drink. But most of all, we can't walk in bitterness. We can't walk in unforgiveness. If we walk in unforgiveness, if we walk in revenge, if we walk in any of the sins in the Bible, we disconnect from God. It's like one of those blow-up balloons on your front lawn, that's 10 or 15 feet tall. If you unplug it and the wind stops, it deflates. When we unplug with God, we deflate and we fall into our own power. When Peter was walking on the water, he unplugged from faith because fear came in and he began to sink. We do the same thing when we seek revenge and seek hurt of others because they're wrong. And you may say, well, look at what he did to me. We don't care. The Bible doesn't care what he did to you. Look at what they did to Jesus, a righteous man, a man who didn't have sin. They killed him. We're called to be different than the guy next door. We're called to walk different, think different, act different, react different, speak different. And that difference is the fruit of the Spirit. We're to conform into the image of Jesus, not getting revenge, being forgiving, not being bitter, being joyful in everything we do. Anyway, God bless you. Thanks for watching. Please share, follow, like, make a comment if you would, and pray about becoming a partner with us. God bless you. Have a great day.
Thank you for watching today. To stay informed and stand with the ministry, visit watchersoftruth.com. You'll find free resources, complete teaching series, and ways to partner with us in spreading the gospel. Donate today at watchersoftruth.com.